Midlife crisis is nothing more than feminist shaming language. You will tend to hear this term a lot whenever feminists are referring to a guy, often in his 40s, who is finally able to afford the nice sports car, the big fancy house, the beautiful women. That guy will often be accused of having a midlife crisis. Okay, and I want you guys to be very, very aware of this, especially because as men, we bust our asses throughout our entire lives. Okay, we really, really work hard. We take a lot of risks, especially financial risks. We make a lot of sacrifices with family, vacations, treating ourselves in order to create value in the world, in order to become a man of value, in order to become successful, and then when we finally hit our peak, which based on research is between our mid-30s and our mid-40s, okay, when we finally hit that peak and we're finally able to afford the things that we want, now that we finally get there, we get shamed for it, right? It's like, dude, you're having a midlife crisis. Why do you have to date women half your age? You have a midlife crisis. I get that all the time. I get women shaming me constantly, especially in my comment sections, like, why do you have to date? These women can be your daughter. You only try to go after little girls because they're easy to manipulate. It's like, are you freaking insane? Women who are in their late teens, early 20s are the absolute hardest women on the planet to pick up. You know why? Because they have the most options of any woman out there, because they are at their peak of physical attractiveness. Okay? They're at their peak physical attractiveness, which means it requires game to pick these girls up. They have tons of guys approaching them every single day. The ones who are easy to pick up? It's the women over 30. The women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, single moms, damaged goods, divorced women, women who are over 30. Those are the easiest women to pick up. Women that we call low-hanging fruit. Okay? These women are low-hanging fruit. Those are the easiest women to pick up. All right, the hardest women are the younger women because you have a lot of competition. So do not kid yourself, ladies. You guys are like delusional. So understand, when you finally hit your peak as a man, in order to fully enjoy it, unplug from that blue pill matrix. Be willing to give that blue pill matrix the finger. Be like, so what? Yeah, I'm 45. Yeah, I just bought a brand new Corvette Z06. What about it, bitch? That's right. Yep, I'm picking up my girlfriend right now. 19. What about it, bitch? When'd she graduate high school? I don't know, last year. That's right, bitch. What about it? What do you guys have in common? Let's see, we both like to eat, and we both like to sleep, and we both like to have sex. Got 3 big things in common right there. Right? Don't let the feminist machine shame you when you're finally at a point in your life as a man to enjoy the things that you've always wanted in life, right? Finally get those things. And I've mentioned this story before. You guys who follow me on Instagram at MattCrossOfficial, not plugging by the way, but if you want to follow me, it's at MattCrossOfficial. I just got a 1965 Corvette Stingray, convertible roadster, 4-speed manual transmission, posi traction, fuel injection. This is a car that I always wanted. Okay, and these cars, even when I was younger, they were out of reach. I remember I was like a teenager and I was telling my dad, I want to get one of these cars. And my dad was like, no, those cars are already like $20,000, $25,000, which back then was a lot of money. Now, these cars, anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, even sometimes up to $1 million at the auction, depending on how original they are, how well kept they've been restored or not, how much documentation they have, stuff like that. The type of options that they have, but I've seen a lot of these cars go for up to $1 million. But I always wanted one. I'm like, man, it bugged me every year of my life that I couldn't afford this car, right? And I always wanted one. So I finally got to a point in my business where I could buy one. So I bought one, right? I bought one. And I enjoy every second of driving that car. Every freaking second. I don't even listen to the radio in that car. I just like to turn on, I just love to listen to the engine. Some buddies of mine are like, hey, put a TV screen in this car and put this kind of sound system. And I'm like, no, I'm fine with the sound systems in there. It actually has the original radio from 1965 in there. And really, that's all I listen to. I don't listen to anything in that car. I just want to drive it. I just want to enjoy it. I don't drive it all the time, but when I do, I just want to enjoy it. And I enjoy every second of driving this car. It purrs so well. I've shot a few coaching videos in it on both my channels, at 33 Secrets and my Alpha Male Secrets channel. And I love this car. It just makes me feel great, right? It's like a huge accomplishment. And I'm a muscle car guy, I'm a gearhead, so I love these type of cars, but this is one that I always wanted. And I finally got it. And not for a second will I ever let any feminist or anybody, even in my life, right, that's espousing those talking points, ever shame me and be like, dude, why do you have a Corvette? I give them a finger, right? I don't care if we're related, right? I mean, nobody I'm related to has done that. Well, luckily, everyone in my family is pretty respectful. They see my content, so I don't hide that from them. They're like, okay, that's him, we respect him. But I'm not gonna let a single feminist or anybody who espouses those beliefs ever take that away from me, that feeling that I get driving this Vet. It feels so good. It just makes me feel great, and I love it, okay? And nobody could ever take that away, because I'm secure with myself, and I don't let that feminist shaming language, like, oh, you're having a midlife crisis. I've never heard anyone say that to me, but it just doesn't bother me. I don't care. I don't care. I go to this meetup on the weekends called Cars and Coffee. It's like once a month where people with their supercars, their muscle cars, their classic cars like mine, they all go to this little car meet, and it's generally upscale cars. So it's not like a car show like you would see like racers or anything like that, or tuners. It's more or less like luxury cars, luxury sports cars, classic cars, again, muscle cars. And these guys are all successful guys, and they're all guys in their, some are in their 30s, a few are in their like 20s. They have like an app company or whatever, and they were successful. But you got guys in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all different generations, all just guys who love cars, right? Mostly a lot of older guys, because it takes a while to get to that level of success. And each one of these guys, we feel the same way. It's like midlife crisis. It's like that can never, ever take away our experience in enjoying life when we're finally worked our asses off enough to get to this point in life where we want to just enjoy certain things, like our cars or the women we're dating, the younger women we're dating. A lot of these guys do have younger girlfriends, just like me. A lot of these older guys, they're doing the same thing I am, right? They don't do it at the level I am, because obviously they're not like pickup artists or anything like that. They're generally like business owners, CEOs of a company or something like that. Or like I said, some of these younger guys might have developed an app and they made money through that. But they're all dating like really attractive women. And it's funny because when I go to these things and these guys bring their wives or they bring their girlfriends, it's like a meetup of very attractive women. I'm like, man, all the chicks here are hot, but they're all taken, right? Because they're all with us, right? But I'll bring my girlfriend out there, and she's like 19. She's generally one of the youngest ones. But I'll bring her out there, and she sees it for herself. And even my girlfriend loves being part of that world. It's something she doesn't get to experience with a guy her own age. Like a guy who's like 19 is not going to be able to have the type of car to be able to go to the Cars and Coffee unless he's going as a spectator, right? So my girl enjoys that, and she's like, I love being a part of your lifestyle. I love being a part of this world. And all these guys are like very worldly and very, educational and have a lot of life experience, rather than being with somebody her own age who's like, doesn't have all that. But when you get to a point in life where, man, you've busted your ass and you can finally afford like the brand new 2020 Z06 Corvette, Stingray, or finally get the young hot girlfriend, or finally get the big house on the hill, man, you should enjoy that to its fullest without some freaking fat feminist coming along and trying to piss on you for it and trying to take that away from you. You have to be strong enough with yourself and secure enough with yourself to not get pulled out of your frame and sucked out of your own reality to where you're now like getting sucked into their little negative, toxic reality, right? You should be strong enough as a man to just be like, look where I am compared to you, right? Because the thing when it comes to haters, and most feminists are haters, but haters in general is, people love to hate, but you never want to be the person who's actually hating. You rather be the guy that they're hating on, right? You rather be the person that's getting hated on, because the person who's getting hated on is obviously the person who's more successful, right? I often use like Tai Lopez as an example, because Tai Lopez has tons and tons of haters, right? A lot of people love to hate Tai Lopez. And it's like, whose life would you rather have? Tai Lopez or the hater living in his basement doing the hate video? I'd rather have Tai Lopez's life. Any day, or any other hater for that matter, right? I'd rather have that other person's life. I know a lot of people hating on Tom Brady. I'm not a Tom Brady fan, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I read some articles, people were hating on him, and I'm like, I'd rather be Tom Brady any day than be you, you know? So I get haters too, right? You look at my haters, I tell my subscribers, like, whose life would you rather have? That dude's or mine, right? And they're like, I would not want that dude's life. I'll take yours any day. What? Beautiful women, top-down Corvette, nice house, nice cars, Range Rover. I'll take your life. So don't let the feminist shaming language hold you back from doing what you need to do and really enjoying your life to the fullest, especially when you get into your mid-40s or your 50s or beyond. Right? Don't let them shame you when you can finally get the things you want. And it's funny too, because when women hit their 40s or their 50s, you know, and say they've had a corporate career and they finally have money, and you see them like whoring themselves out there, right? You see a lot of these girls in their 40s, 50s, like whoring themselves out there and buying things for themselves, traveling around the world. Does anybody shame women? Have you ever heard of anyone tell a woman she's having a midlife crisis if she's dating like a 21-year-old boy and she's 45? No, nobody's shaming her. They're like, go girl, you go girl, right on girl, girl power, right? But if it's you doing it, you're a 45-year-old guy dating 21-year-old girl, what are you? That's gross. You could be her dad. It's like you see the double standard there, right? I've never heard a single person shame a woman for doing what a man does in his 40s. Like I said, it's all part of that feminist shaming language, and don't let it affect you. When you finally get to that point in life where you are peaking, you're finally thriving in life, and you could finally afford the nicer things in life, the last thing you want to do is not be able to enjoy those things or those toys to the fullest because you're worried about what other people will think. You're worried about somebody shaming you for having 2020 Corvette Z06 or a young hot girlfriend. No, you should enjoy it to the fullest. You know, and I've told you guys too, my 19-year-old chick, we go out all the time, right? We go everywhere together. We spend a lot of time together, and not a single person has ever shamed us. Not a single person, not one. I kid you not. We've never had one person go, big age difference here. You know, no, nobody's ever done that. We've only gotten compliments, right? People have always been like, oh, wow, you guys are really, really good couple. Man, you guys are a good looking couple. Or wow, you are a barista at Starbucks. Yeah, you guys are like pretty people, like super pretty people. I like having you guys in here. You know, we get nothing but compliments. It's only here on, like, obviously online, like the women over 30 who I, do some coaching videos on, like Damaged Goods. You know, these women who are single and married, unhappy, miserable, they're the only ones that come along like, oh, you could be her dad. And it's like, well, yeah, I can, but nobody says shit like that, just you. You use that type of shaming language because you're triggered by one of my coaching videos about damaged women over 30, which you obviously are, right? Because it's like if you were married and happy, you obviously would not have the time to drop hater comments, right? So that's all I have to say for today's coaching video. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from AlphaMaleSecrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video to YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It is very, very important you guys subscribe to my channel. Too many of you guys are still not yet subscribed to my channel, and it helps me out a ton when you actually subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and anytime I upload a brand new video to YouTube, a brand new coaching video, you will be the very first to be notified about it. So you won't have to wait weeks and weeks to get it. You won't have to like search through YouTube to try to find it. Instead, you will be notified ASAP the same day that I upload it. Okay, so the only way that's gonna happen is if you hit that subscribe button. So hit that subscribe button now. And for you guys who want to support my work, support my content, and all of this red pill knowledge I'm teaching guys even further, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And in order to access those premium coaching lessons, okay, you must become a premium subscriber. And the first month is only $1. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium coaching lessons. So definitely take advantage of it. I'm teaching you guys a ton of high value lessons that is going to change your life. It's going to transform your life. And really, this is the cream of the crop of my content. This is my premium content, right? And the only way to access it, again, is by becoming a premium subscriber. And it's just $1 for the entire first month. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds, so do that now. And I will see you in my next coaching video.